I'm back again. Alright, just give a more generalization is making in education will be the topic of my talk today, but with SP, Singapore Polytechnic's DNA. Alright, let me introduce myself. My name is Teo Shin Jen. I'm from Singapore Polytechnic School of Triple E. Alright, this is the agenda for today. First of all, intro, mission. We want to find out what is the best thing we can share with you, which is SP's pedagogical approach. Moving forward, how can we embrace making in education? And lastly, I'm more than happy to take any questions. Okay, for those of you that are taking pictures of my slides, not to worry, I actually made it available on the internet. So I'm going to show you the QR code and the download path. So I believe something called SIC. Sharing is caring. And trust me, today there's going to be a lot of acronyms going around. So we will learn a few Singapore favorite way of saying things with acronyms, ERP, VIE, you got it. Alright, so about me, I actually went to Institute of Making when I was a uni student in UCL. So they do have an institute just for dedicated to making, but that is in the UK. Alright, my personal interest is actually cooking. I find when cooking is actually a complex science and it's applied science, and you get to eat the product. The proof is always in the pudding and eating it. Alright, so I make stuff partially because I always have a problem with a lot of things that I do not like. And I want to make it such a way that I like it. So that is my motivation. Alright, if you're interested to know how I marry computing and cooking, which I cook and eat over the internet and control by the internet, you can follow the link. Full source code, full disclosure, PCB design, whatnot, everything is there. Alright, interests aside, passions aside, hobbies aside, I also need to cari makan. Okay, cari makan is a Malay word, means that we need to bring home the bacon. Alright, so I have collected a list of paper in due course of my 30-something years on earth. Unfortunately, I never collect one very important piece of paper. It's called Registry of Marriage. Okay, just jokes aside. So today is more than happy. Yeah. Just kidding, jokes aside. Alright. So my profile of all this information is available on the internet. So I am a very strong advocate of authenticity in information. It means that we are able to verify any part of the information that is claimed by somebody. Okay, some trivia. So back in 2012, we actually brought a bunch of students from Singapore Polytechnic. We joined the course, which is making at that time. A relatively unheard word back in 2012. So over the years, we grow. I grew also horizontally. Luckily, my t-shirt still can fit. So this is t-shirts from 2012. Thank you for the high quality Maker Faire, high quality polo. It lasts. I bring it to every continent I visit. UK, UCL, MIT, New Zealand, alright, China, Shenzhen, which I go almost a tribute every year. I go there to pay homage to the great Hua Qiangbei. Alright, so the mission of SP is to create a caring community of inspired learners to serve with mastery. So it comes at the question, why people make? So as I mentioned earlier on, people make is because they have a problem they want to solve, or they have something that they do not like. Hence, my motivation is to get these students to tease them out what are the things that they do not like and they want to improve on. Hence, that is the intrinsic motivation I always look out in the student. Alright, unfortunately, most of our students nowadays are consumers. If they're not happy about iPhone 4, guess what? They buy iPhone 5. No offense for people from Apple. Alright, so coming back, so we want to instill our students with this sort of a growth mindset. So where does growth mindset come from? Making is a form of growth mindset. If today my talk sounds like MLM, multi-level marketing, sorry, I do not intend to be doing this way. Later you see another MLM, which I call it a maker, lead maker. We got to see in a while. Alright, once the students do the project, very important is we train them how to do show and tell. Okay, just in case you haven't acquired or haven't came across a person technically inclined, when you talk to him, so they don't dare to engage people. So when we want to do a startup, okay, we have people that are very technically inclined and people that are very business inclined. Unfortunately, these two doesn't mix together. So one of my mission is, how can I train people that are entrepreneurial there? They have the deep tech and they have that pitch to go and sell their idea through, of course, the training, to desensitization, through show and tell, and Maker Faire is one of the best platform. Of course, some will argue that why not just do on YouTube and so forth, right? Again, where is the audience? YouTube, the numbers you see there is just a number, but in Maker Faire, you are engaging human, and you might be able to tease out among the audiences the hidden dragon, crouching tigers, nondescript people, and you might not know they might be a PhD or maybe a professor from somewhere. Alright, so hence, the students, they're interested, they join the course. Over the year, we grew insights. And this year round, we actually have SB or more staff to join us. So when we first started, it's me and Mr. Jolin, the very happy-go-lucky guys. And this year, we actually expanded our headcount. We actually have people like Louis is sitting there with all the maker coaches, Louis, Andy, and also Mark. Okay, and also their managers. By the way, their managers are here. Okay, so this is the treasure map of SB. So most of the students or most of the staff in SB, we actually adhere to this very, very dearly. This is our pedagogy framework that we use it for engineering education. It's quite a mouthful, so let me summarize in 30 seconds. So we embrace this pedagogy approach called conceive, design, implement, and operate. Okay, basically at each of these stages, the students and also the staff need to conduct pedagogy in a certain manner. So hopefully the end outcome of the education, the student will produce tangible outcomes. Physical prototypes, functional prototypes. We're talking about engineering systems that work. So the question comes back in, yes, I have all the hard skills, I have all the know-how, I have all the scientific, applied science that I require, but what to do? What should I make? This is always a question. If I ask a student, what can I make or what should I make? 99% of students tell me, I don't know, I'd rather not make. Waste my time, I'd rather go and play game. So we embark on this journey and look on this thing called the design thinking methodology. So basically in design thinking methodology, we emphasize on the process of empathy and sense and sensibility. This is the part where it reinforces the conceive and design part of this CDIO framework. So for example, this morning, we had a talk by Teo about this person. He made the sea charger. He has an empathy or he has a sense and sensibility that he wants to build a solar boat that navigates automatically. So these are the things that we want our student to acquire the skill set with this framework to have that thought process. And having said that, I have the thought process. I have the pedagogy approach, which is the lecturers and the instructors with the technical know-how. But where to make the things? Many years back, we had workshops, but there are silos. Today, I bring to you this concept, Fab Lab, where SB is one of the very first people that adopted Fab Lab, which stands for Fabrication Lab, in the school compound. So we actually build Fab Labs that tailors to different schools. For example, in T11C, our main Fab Lab, we have most of the resources, for example, like laser cutters, 3D printers, large format CNC machines, and whatnot, which is part of the digital fabrication concept. Okay, so we have the hardware, we have the thought process, and we still realize something about our students. They are still consuming. Like why they are still consuming? Why they are not entrepreneur there? Why don't they go and do something? Why do they make something? The habits of mind is the next project we are embarking on to know how to program human. Alright? Programming electronics or Arduino, you just go to the website, go to GitHub, copy some source code. But how about programming human? Programming human to become engineers, programming human to become entrepreneurs or innovators. Is there a way? So this is something we want to find out in our next course of pedagogy. Alright, so a lot of pedagogy talk just now. So the next acronym I want to introduce you is MMM. Alright, it's a very important concept for a maker and also. So what is MMM? In order to complete a project successfully, we need the 3 M's, which is man-hour, machine, and materials. When I go across these slides with my friend, she just joked with me that MMM is not man-hour, machines, or materials. MMM stands for Build My Maker. Alright, but again, this is just acronym. So for here, it stands for MMM. So in this case, right, we have the SB Makers Club, which is the community, which is the people that are able to produce things. We use man-hour. We also have the machines, which is located in the maker spaces and fab labs. In SB, we have about 5 Fab Labs so far, and we are still expanding. So some of you that are interested to set up your makerspaces or Fab Labs, we have that particular know-how, and we have that particular purchase list you requested. We can help you with that. Alright? And very importantly, I think among all the Institute of Higher Learning, we have one headcount that is unique to other people, which is the Maker Coach. No other institute that I knew of dedicate headcount, as staff headcount, to coach students to make. In SB, in Singapore Polytechnic, we invested very heavily in infrastructure and also in human resource to this course of making. Alright? So coming back, each of the engineering school, for example, in computer engineering, we have also our small little makerspace, we call it the Exploration Lab, where the devices they have in there are more tailored towards the course, for example, computer engineering course or engineering system course and so forth. So why we want to do all this? We want our students to discover and explore new things to satisfy their curiosity. So having said that, if your students do not have a safe place to do it, let me see a show of hands. How many of you actually try to open up something in your home? Right? Do you open up in the living room or you open it in the kitchen? Did your mother / wife / daughter / daddy, father, husband, please don't do this in my house? Alright? So the question comes back in is, we want to provide a safe space for our students to explore their curiosity, a safe space for them to fail fast and fail forward, which brings me to my next slide. And some of you that are not local, not Singaporean, kiasu and kiasi, you might find a very alien word. Alright? Basically, these two words are so popular, they are this forum made by parents, they call themselves kiasu parents. In this forum, it's all about how to go into the best school. What are the things I need to do to go to XYZ school? How many marks I need to get? Where is the best place to go tuition? We are at this level of competition just for a spot in one of the very branded schools. Alright? And because of this kiasu and kiasi, kiasu basically means that I do not want people to win me. And kiasi basically means that I do not dare to do it before. I always ask other people to do it first. And I see them fail, I learn from their failure. Alright, it's counterintuitive to the other things I want to propose today, which is the FFFF. Alright, which is called the fail fast and fail forward mentality. Alright, if you think about it, if you want people to fail fast, fail forward, you want to have entrepreneur, can they be kiasi? Forever they are waiting for another person, another stupid person, to go and do it first and fail. Is it possible to move forward? That's why I mentioned earlier on, it's counterintuitive. Chinese have a saying, the first person that eat the crab, C-R-A-B, not the C-R-A-P. Alright, basically it refers to the crustacean. It's very aggressive, it's at a very hard shell. A normal Homo sapiens will find that, hey, is this tasty even to begin with? Who is the first Homo sapiens that ate the crustacean? So he's the one that first ate it, and he tastes the very nice content of the crustacean. Of course, he tells the rest of the people. Alright, so having said that, we cannot keep telling our younger people, you can keep failing. You just fail as much as you want. Doesn't really matter. I think this is a very wrong concept. Okay? We need to tell them that yes, this is a safe place to fail. This is the resources that we provision you to fail with, but we must have a deadline to deliver. That's why I want to champion this concept called Demo or Die by this MIT Media Lab founding director. He coined this term. If you don't demo by this date, you are out. Alright, this actually gives us a concept of I feel fast, I feel forward, I reiterate quickly with digital fabrication technique, with the know-how I learned from CDIO. Then hopefully by the deadline, I have something to show other people. And why is that so important? Why proof of concept is important? They want to get funding. Somebody need to pay the bill. Alright, so having said that, another acronym I want to introduce you to is MTTM. Make things that matter. Yes, everybody can make anything. I can make a lightsaber, it's fun. So I brought my lightsaber to watch the last Star Wars show, and guess what? My contemporary is a 5-year-old boy. So I got people like, why this guy is so weird? Alright. So having said that, we encourage a student to make things that matters. So for example, we have a student that says that I want to make a controller, a microcontroller that allow people to learn Internet of Things easily. Because they find that connecting ESP8266 to AD-MEGA328 is really a hassle. I will come to that in the detail in a while. So having said that, once you have a student doing things, it has to be documented and curated. Alright, if you do not save this information somewhere on the internet, either instructables.com listed here, or GitHub, or even the MakerShare mentioned by Dale this morning, the information is not captured. Alright, personally, I'm a very lazy person. When a student asks me the same question, sir, how do I connect the Bluetooth to Arduino? Guess what I do? Please visit this URL. So I have a list of URL for all the nodes all necessary. So this actually bridge our learning gap and make the learning curve less steep to the new users. Alright. So now I have a bigger challenge. Should I switch to makershare.com? Alright. Personally, on Instructables, I'm closing to 1 million views. If I switch, I start from 0. And long time ago, back in 2012, when we first started with this bunch of students, they also uploaded their data on the internet. Alright, at that time, there's only one vendor, it's Instructables.com. But nowadays, we have Hackaday, we have Hackster, we have Makershare, and there are more and more service providers providing free platforms for makers to share their content. Okay, my personal preference when I hire people for a job, I ask them for a GitHub link. That's my personal preference. Okay, as I mentioned before, maker that make things that matters. Okay, the next concept I want to introduce to you is a new word, which I saw from the newsletter, which I say Maker Pro. So what it means is actually maker that make things, but they prioritize and they try to make a profit or make a business out of it. So earlier on I mentioned some of my students, 17 years old, they learn how to design PCB, and they find it's very frustrating to use ESP8266 with AD-MEGA328. I apologize for the geek speak. I can be worse, okay. If you need me to elaborate, I'm more than happy to elaborate after the 15 minutes. So having said that, the student designed this particular board with quite Arduino. The reason is very simple. SB, EEE, Arduino. Marketing branding tool, our school director loves it. It's a very good outreach tool. When we go to other school, when we go to secondary school, say, hey, which polytechnic do you want to go? I want to go SB Thank you to this board. Alright, so these are the marketing plans and also the business plan for this business. It's done by this 17-year-old student to thrive. That's the next thing we're looking for. Entrepreneur there, makers, which is students makers or even staff makers. Maybe tomorrow I'm not working with SB anymore. I go and run my startup, who knows? So having said that, these are the things that we want people to embark on. It's a journey, might fail, alright? And the students, they even went to the extent of registering the company with IPRA at their 18th birthday. Legal age, otherwise they cannot issue PO, they cannot collect money, and the stories go on. And to test, we need to have a litmus test on our product. So I get a bunch of students from School of Business. So you look at the picture on the very right. I think you can tell who are the boys and who are the girls, right? Make a guess, who are the ones from the business school? The all girls team. Alright? And the litmus test is, I give you this board, I give this instruction, can you follow and make it, or download the program, or make it connect to internet, send the data to thingsmake.com. Guess what? It happens. Alright, it means that with the right material, right tools, the right way of writing learning materials, people can learn, self-directed learner. That is the number one goal that we want our students to become. Alright, having said that, I was judging a hackathon last Tuesday, the Code Extreme hackathons, and I was really amazed. Secondary 1 student doing machine learning, writing program in Python, using R programming. This is what I teach in the night class for adult students. Alright, so why we want to do hackathons? The reason, if you remember what I mentioned earlier on about our students, we train our students with certain CDL pedagogy, design thinking. Hackathon is a trial by fire. Okay, if you say that our student is that good, how good are they actually? Participate in hackathon, compete with other people in a hackathon, and see who are the one that comes with the right solutions and so forth. So in this case, I'm organizing the hackathon, ASEAN 100 hackathon. So you can visit the website. Okay, Dr. Kiro is asking me. Alright, so coming back, concluding statement, two phrases I keep repeating. Number one, innovation. Number two, entrepreneur tech. Maker movement is the one that is helping us to reach that goal. Alright, concluding statement, if you need to contact me, I'm available on Facebook, I have a blog, I only update on my payday. Alright, and also my email and also my office phone number. Personal handphone number, you can negotiate. Alright, so if you need to collect, take my PowerPoint slide, is available here, still feel free to download from here. So thank you everybody, I enjoyed my 15 minutes sharing with you. Alright, so if you need to have any Q&A, feel free to contact me after the session. Thank you.